is very rich in culture and heritage, and it is well known across the globe. But a lot of these traditional culture, heritage is getting lost because somewhere we are just forgetting it, or we are not reaching out to these art forms. And Mitali is doing something great into this field. So we are going to hear from her about all that she has been doing. Welcome, Mitali, to this platform, and we are so happy to have you here.
Thank you, Binda, for giving me opportunity to tell about my work. Like the work I love. I really love to share my experiences with all of you. So
thank you. So Mitali, I'm going to take you through some. We would want to hear your journey. I know you. And I know when you started off, and then I lost touch because then you went to Bangalore, but I know you've been doing very well. There's a lot that I don't know, but I want a lot of our learners to know exactly what you have been doing. Sure. So when did you actually, do you come from a business family, Mitali?
No. Actually, I belongs to a family of academician because my father was a professor in physics. All my siblings are into academics, so I had gone into that flow. So I was I did my post graduation in biosciences, and after that there was a I changed my profession to the software field. I did programming and software development things and all. But down the line, I never liked the thing that I can share it. But I worked for almost 4-5 years in Bombay. Mm-hmm. But after my kids, I thought, I have to spend more times at home. So that time, I want to change something. So obviously,
how did that idea about getting into this kind of you wanted to change? You were not very happy with the corporate world.
Yeah, because you know how Mumbai, the traveling part and everything was getting into my in the day-to-day life. It was like I couldn't manage it properly that time. So I thought better to go a little slow and do something which I really liked, which I wanted to do long time back. So the first question came to go back to my previous subject, go back doing a PhD in my subject, or go for a cellular biology course or something. I researched a lot. Then from the beginning, I have an inclination of going to market, buying fabric, stitching for myself, stitching for my cousins. So then I thought, why not doing a course in a designing field? So I did a full-time 2 years course in the designing when my kids were hardly, the second one is I think 2 years old. So it was hard. But the thing is, I enjoyed the thing, so I completed. So that's where I started my journey as a designing thing, and I have an inclination towards the art form, and I belongs to Orissa. So the first art form which comes to mind is the Pattachitra art form. So and I want to promote that art form, and I want to incorporate that art form into day-to-day life, where people can use it, not use it as a painting on their wall only, which was generally used every time. So that's in that way I started. Yeah,
really interesting. I think somewhere down you had a passion towards the art and the handicraft or fashion designing. You said you did it, and I know because children were small, and I remember the way you used to struggle and go for a full-time course. Yes. And so when you thought of not going back to the corporate world and you wanted to do something?
Yeah, see, in the month end, when you get a fixed salary, it always, you are always inclined toward that job. But somehow initial 1-2 months, I felt that way, but because you have to invest in a thing which you don't know about the future, what you are going to do on that. You have to spend your time, you have to give your money into that. So that richness was there for a month or two, but after that I like the thing, I love the work, and in between we changed the city also. because I did the course in Mumbai, I had created a small team of people who will work for me. And suddenly there is a shifting of base from Mumbai to Bangalore. And Bangalore was a totally new city for me. I didn't know about the market. I didn't know anything about it. But I think the drive about doing something new, that makes me still it is going on. Still I'm learning. Still I want to do something different every month. So that is the drive.
Mitali, you said you started something small when you were in Mumbai after you finished your fashion designing course, and then you also set up a sort of team for you to be working, right? And then suddenly when you had to shift the base, what was the fear that you had then?
My fear was that I had already started with lots of inventory, which I had already created in Mumbai. I had procured lots of fabric, lots of beads and all for my jewelry, because during my course, I was more fascinated with the accessory designing rather than the apparel designing. So I had collected lots of things, lots of inventory was lying at Mumbai house, and suddenly we shifted that, and we were totally like that time. But I was in fear what I will do with all this thing if I cannot make it anything. But I think Bangalore suits me very well in that way. I grew better in Bangalore rather than Mumbai. I don't know. I am here from last 10 years. So whatever growth has happened, it happened in Bangalore. So yeah.
So that's lovely to know. Yes, I think you put in all your effort and you decided that this is the place now that I have to live. And it's been more than 10 years. So your brand, if I can say, is the name. How did you think of that name, and what does it mean, and how did it just come into inception?
My brand name is Vipaka. Vipaka means dressing in Sanskrit, actually. So first, lots of names came into our mind. Like me and my husband had a discussion, what should be the name and what should be a unique name should be given. Because whenever somebody comes to my page or somebody comes to that time, I don't have a website also. It was only the Facebook pages, or like even WhatsApp was not that much in that during that time. So that was only the Facebook page. So that time I thought Vipaka will be a different name for me. So I took the name Vipaka, and we when we started as a website, that was no name was there in in the nomenclature. So it suits us.
It's a unique and lovely name. Yeah, I always used to be very amused with this Vipaka word. So Vipaka in Sanskrit means dressing.
Dressing, yeah.
And I think you are actually fitting it. It's not only the apparel, you are doing the accessories and everything to go with your overall appearance.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And so if I may ask you, Mitali, what is something unique about because there are so many designers, they come up with, and even when it comes to your authentic traditional art and art forms, Pattachitra you mentioned, yes, but something unique about what Vipaka is doing or giving, if you can share with us.
Yes. Vipaka is a brand which we developed only for the handmade and handcrafted product. That is the unique thing about Vipaka. Like I had never procured anything which is available ready-made. From sourcing the fabric, from taking the beads, everything we source from the root, and then we create something. Like in between, we had made a collection on Ahimsa silk. Those are the Airy silk. The Airy fabric is, they generally do, as I think most of you must be knowing about the Airy fabric. They don't kill the insect. They don't kill the thing while getting the yarn out of it. So that's why that is very typical to Jharkhand area. So we had sourced directly from the Jharkhand, and then we had created the whole collection on the Ahimsa silk. And that was a hit because people search for those kind of things. So those are the things which still we enjoy, still my team enjoy. And I think that is the thing which are unique to my products. My like we never all the designs we sit, we work on it. Then we we go for the casting part, which will suits the people. Then we launch in our website. So that is the uniqueness about our product. What I feel.
Right. So two things you mentioned, Mitali. One is about sourcing the fabric or whatever is the material right from the root, the right from the resources.
Yes.
So how do you do that procurement? Do you have people to bring things to you, or you?
Yeah, right. From first 3-4 years, I was the only one who used to source, who used to send to the artisans, who used to do. Now I have team of people who generally search for the fabric, then they send us the sample, then we procure the fabrics and do. And sometimes our we still now we love to do the customization also. So some people have their own choice of colors, choice of fabric. So that time I have to come into the picture to source the thing, because so that they will be satisfied in the end. So
that's nice to know that now you have a team, because that itself is showing that you have grown and you're growing. And you have, of course, you need to, as you grow, you need to delegate to people. You can't be running around everywhere. And you said that when it is customization, you take personal interest in ensuring that you are having a satisfied customer. That's great. One of the major part of entrepreneurship is satisfying your customer.
Yeah, that is the sole motto of our thing, actually. So that is the
So when you have this, now you said you have the team, you had to set up a new team in Bengaluru, I think. And
yes. Yeah,
so
actually,
there are artists, or there are people who are...
No, here I have a team of digital marketing people. I have a team of digital marketing, because nowadays without the digital marketing, we cannot sell. Like last 2 years during the pandemic, only the website and only this thing helps us to sell. Initially, we had gone to lots of exhibitions in Bangalore, where mostly the handmade products are sold, and people used to come to buy only handcrafted products. But now we solely depend, last 2 years now slowly it is opening. People are calling us for exhibition, but we have not started because of the COVID thing. So last 2 years is my team had done a very good work in the digital marketing part. So they now we had come up with our own website. So people are buying with from there. So it's like now it is in the proper set. That like last 2 years, we have not missed anything. We have not lost anything.
In fact, if I may say so, pandemic brought a great opportunity to a lot of us, because we could do a lot of online trading, online sales, and also for people, some people like you, I think you could save on time and reaching out to your customers. You have a wider exposure now. I see Bridget already posted a link here, and she's, I think while she's listening to you, she's gone. It is a wonderland of jewelry, home decor, and most beautiful fabric ever. Thank you, Bridget.
Thank you. Thank you.
And what are the various products, Geeta is asking? So would you like to talk about
I can show you. I have few products. I have bought it here. I can show it to you. The pendant you had shown, we had done the same kind of thing in the Pattachitra art form. So Pattachitra, as I want to give a brief about the Pattachitra art form.
You might want to hold it a little high, because it is reflecting.
Yes, you can see. Yes. So this is a like a temple art form, actually. So generally, mostly on the mythological theme. So we had...
you can put it down now.
Yes. Okay, now is it visible?
Yeah. Put it down now.
Yeah. So, so these paintings are done by the artisans in Orissa. So we procure those things, and we generally design and send it to them, the color scheme and everything. So they do it. See, now is it visible?
Yes.
So we weaved it according to the color scheme of the pendant. So so this kind of necklaces we had, and it was a hit. Like people liked it. People give their color preference according to we also design. And besides that, we had done this kind of artifacts also. Is it visible? Yes. So these are the kettles. These are for the decorative purpose.
Right. So this is again customized, or you just use different combinations?
No, yeah, every month we try to put it as a collection actually. So whatever designs we develop as a team, we generally put them in our website. So after the casting and everything, we put it. But some people prefer according to their home decor, they change the color scheme and all. That we do. But that take little bit of time. Like we generally guide them to go to our website and buy. But if they don't like, they want the same design but with a different color scheme, we take few time, because all my painting artisans are all are based in Orissa. I have almost 3 teams right now. Okay. So it takes, the logistic part is there, so it takes a little bit of time. So the customization takes almost 15 to 20 days of time to do it. So that's it. And I'll show you one. These are the, even my background is a sari ka pallu actually. So,
so maybe just tilt your head so we can see the full. Yeah. So this is a beautiful Radha Krishna and the Rath on the right. Yeah. Thank you. Nice. So is it my screen that has frozen, or it's her screen that has frozen?
Is this frozen or frozen?
Actually, she was wanting to remove the background, so I said let it be, and then maybe I will ask her to tilt. And Mitali, can you hear us?
I think she's having network issue.
Yeah. Mitali, are you there? Can you hear us? Her network must have this given. So she also has a range of saris and dupattas, and all these hand painted work is what she does. And I had requested her to keep some of these handy so that she can show us. And she was trying to show. And I think it must be a network issue at her end. So yeah, I think Bridget saw that website. It's a beautiful, there she's coming. In Orissa art, I mean, for that matter, every region we have different forms of art, and every art is important. Hi, Mitali, you're back now. You can unmute yourself and also come on the video so that we can spotlight you.
Yeah. Now I'm visible. Yeah.
Yes, you're good. Okay, this is a tray.
Yeah, this is a wall plate actually. So we had done it for a decoration purpose. So these are normally the normal aluminum plates which are available in the market. So we painted, and we had given a back hooks. So people, these are like people do it as a customization. Lots of time people do according to their wall color. So that also we do. So customization in handmade product has to be done. Otherwise, we will not be in the market. We have to do that.
So when you say customization, handmade products, so each piece is unique. You won't make more number of pieces if somebody has asked you for a, now this plate.
Yes, we got bulk order during the marriage season and all. People took these as a gift. We write the bride and the groom name on the back side. So those kind of customization we are doing. So we pack it with a jute bag, properly packed, and send it to the marriage and all. So we take lots of we took lots of customization order during the marriage season actually, and we delivered it also. So
so when you're talking about customization for your client and customers, how do you manage your customers? How do you keep track of them, or you have repeat customers?
Yes,
or how do you build a successful
yes,
base?
we have repeat customers. We got get repeat customers. Some people like now after almost doing for 3-4 years in the same art form, now we are switching into the different art form because artisans can do all kind of painting. You just have to guide them. That's it. So now we are into the Pichwai, which is the Gujarat art form. Now we are doing the Gond art, that is in the Madhya Pradesh. We are doing the Madhubani of Bihar. We are doing like all art forms now my teams are doing. So now we are open to all kind of paintings. So that's what we started like. We started taking orders of different art form. Initially, we were sticking to Pattachitra because they were from that area. They were very good in that art form. But now I have trained them. I told them to we have to, because there are so many people who are doing in this art form. So we have to be little unique in our thing. Whenever some customer comes to our website, they have to see different.
True.
Yeah. Because if we are promoting Indian art form, all art forms can
all
be done.
the art forms is what we are.
Yes.
So do you do products only after getting an order? I'll come to that. These questions I will take later.
Sure.
Maybe we are keeping the time, but let your questions keep coming in the chat box. It's nice to know, and we will ask Mitali. So Mitali, now we talked about the customer base, and you also said that your artisans are, of course, artist is an artist and different Indian art forms you're trying.
Yes.
You mentioned about marketing your business. You're using Facebook, you're using your website and Instagram, and these have been successful. Is there any other strategy that you're using for marketing?
Yeah, now we are like nowadays like every platform has pros and cons actually. Like when you will go deep into those things, like Instagram initially used to promote your product free. Now you have to pay them. So sometimes they increase your prices so much. So now we are trying for Google ads and all. So Google ads, if you are trying, so then you will get the international customers. So because your things will be visible when somebody will search for a particular product. When somebody will search for a Pattachitra sari, obviously our ad will come in the front.
Pop up.
So yeah, it will pop up. So now this month onwards, we are targeting. From last month onwards, we have started. We had taken all the keywords what we have to incorporate in the Google ad and all. So my team is working on that. So hopefully we'll get more customers with that.
In fact, I was coming to that. I wanted to ask you that, do you have international customers also? Because art in this form, there are a lot of us Indians overseas. They might want to, own this art. And also globally, people love different arts. So I was going to ask you about your international exposure.
Yes, international exposure is there because from the beginning, we are in the Pinterest and Google ads actually. So Google, when you are, your SEO is good, so definitely you will be in the Google pages. So if you write Pattachitra sari or Pattachitra art, definitely some or other pictures will pop up from our website. So that's why in that way we drag the customers towards us. So we get customers, we get like during the pandemic, I got 2-3 customers from Italy, where the pandemic was peak in the beginning stage of the, yeah. So that time that parcel took almost 3 months to reach that place, but still they were waiting and they were very happy with the thing. So in that way, I thought, it is working. It is visible worldwide. Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe not in a majority form. Maybe if we'll start doing more, spending more money on the Google ad, maybe we'll get more. But now it is at least visible. People are calling and people are taking.
Wonderful. And I think it's word of mouth also matters.
Yes, it
people
matters.
Talk about authentic traditional art forms, and then people say, okay, I have seen it at Vipaka, or I have seen in somebody's house, and the word of mouth. Right?
Yes.
So all of this doesn't come easy. You have a team. You had a team in Mumbai. Now you have a team in Bengaluru, and you're growing. You have artisans in Bhubaneswar and Odisha. So there is a lot of money, needed. How do you manage the funding, Mitali?
Yeah, frankly speaking, Binda, actually, initially I started all this thing with a mere of 50,000 rupees. I I started everything with a very minimum amount during that time, and till now I have not taken any loan from anywhere. I have
Wow,
not.
that's so great.
Yes, because till now I'm able to at least give the salary to those people. That is my sole aim, at least, and. That was always a fear for me ki, whoever I had kept in my team, I should able to give them the salary in the month end. That is always a target to me, and that was a fear to me also ki and that maybe that is a drive which still I'm going on that phase.
So that was the risk, you can say, that of
Yes.
success as well as the failure, the risk of failure, the risk of success.
Yes,
because
yes.
as you're becoming successful, maybe there are orders you're meeting, and even in pandemic time, maybe if you had a lot of inventory and
Yes.
the products were not selling,
Yes.
you were sitting on an inventory, but you had to pay your people and all that.
But I was really happy. I want to share one thing. So many people during the pandemic connected me ki they want to buy handmade products because they want to help the artisans, which was a really very good thing. Which yes, I don't know them. I like there was a group of people from State Bank of India. They said ki we are the ladies of State Bank India. We have a group. We are searching from handmade product and we want to buy. I don't know whether they had used it or they had gifted somebody, but they had took almost 40 to 50 pieces of these handmade kettles, hand painted kettles. They said ki no, we just want to promote the artisans, we want to give them, and yes. So pandemic times, those things also happen. It's not that yeah, we are with lots of inventory during that time. We were a little worried what to do, but that thing happened. So.
Yeah, that reminds me, I have a friend who's a traveler, and during pandemic, the first wave and second wave, she actually made videos of all these artisans who are creating all these different art forms. And she floated it around because a lot of people don't know. And these were people who were, because of no job, no travel, no tourism, they were really seeing hard times. So, maybe those ladies who came to you also with that
maybe
thought,
that
they wanted to help our local artisans. That's a great thing to know. And you talked about your team exhibitions and fairs. You said you're going slow now, and international exposure already you have reached Italy, and there will be many more, which now that you're going to Google, I'm sure you're going to hit it very high.
Just keeping my finger crossed.
Right. Our best wishes are with you, of course.
Thank you.
And I know you've been telling us about this. It took time. But on an average, how much was the time that you feel you took to find success? You said 50,000 you started and slowly you went up, but when was that you felt, okay, now I am here to stay and I'm successful?
It took me almost 3 to 4 years, Binda, 3 to 4 years, because initial changing a city, and it is maybe if I would have been started that thing in Mumbai, it would have been maybe 1 or 2 years, but it took me almost 3 to 4 years in Bangalore to establish myself and to start keeping people for my work. That is initially I was like, I used to give it to the work to the artisans. They used to send it to me. It was like a what do you say, like you get an order and you just place the order and you get the thing. But now I'm able to keep the inventory at my place. Like whenever the order comes, I'm ready with the product. So that is the thing. It takes 4 years. It's almost 4 years. And last 4 years only we could set up our website. Initially, though, we don't have that much of so much of inventory to put it in your website. You have to have at least lots of inventory to put it in your website.
So the progress is there, and you need to be prepared for that kind of an exposure.
Yes. It takes time, but it will. I think it can be possible. It is not that like so problems came. Sometimes you send your product to somebody, they don't like it. Some people like it so much, they say they give you very good. Every time you cannot expect good review from your customers. You have to be ready for the negative feedback also.
Feedback is always welcome,
Yes.
because that's where
Yes.
you
Yes.
learn better and you can
Yes.
improve on it.
Correct. Feedbacks are always, we always send it to them, send us a picture, send what are the, like some people doesn't like the fabric also, then we work on the fabric part, we try to change the fabric. Sometimes they don't like the designs after reaching there. So negative feedbacks are there, and it all, we welcome that thing. So
Yeah, that's part of the game, I think.
that part of the game. Yeah.
Right. So Mitali, if I can take you back again 10, 12 years, knowing that what you know now, and you said you wanted to do post-graduation, you thought you will do different things and all. Now that you have come a long way in this journey, if you had to
Yes.
go back 10 or 12 years back, is there anything you would have done differently when you were first starting out?
Do for my business, for this this thing? Yes. Yeah, initially my drawback was I had not spoken to many people who are into that line. That is a mistake which I did, maybe because of the change of city. I don't have much friend over here, so I have initially I have not taken much advices from people. It was like a I learned with so many failures, I can say. Yeah, so that was the regret which I thought, I am thinking I should have been done it. I should have been spoken to few people. Now I think lots of platforms are there where you can speak to people, you can think, you can change your thing, which that time 10 years back it was not there. So
not as much as it is now.
Right.
So
So
the market study or research of your competition and all that.
Yeah, that I have not done it. I was like straight into the thing, straight into going to an exhibition. Initially, I had gone to few exhibitions where I have not taken a mirror also. People started accusing me, why you are selling a jewelry and you don't have a mirror to show how you're looking. So those things are funny things when now I'm thinking now, but that time that setback was there, why I have not bought it.
Right.
Because so now I'm thinking those things I should have done little bit of research before before starting anything, but now it's okay.
Right. So now that you have been shifting, changing you said you can't be in the same thing, so you keep changing. So what is something new that you're thinking in 2022 in the coming months? And now you're also starting on the Google ad and things like that. So is there any idea on your mind already?
Yes. Now, like last year, we had launched few of the artifacts actually. So now we are, because we saw people are really liking the artifacts. Saris, people will buy one or two, but artifacts which can be used as a gifting purpose. So now this 2022, we will concentrate more on the artifacts development. So with the Indian art form, that was our sole aim. So we have already started with the tray, tissue boxes, which are the regular use in your household. So so even people are asking us, can you do our masala boxes in the painting? So the artifact market is there. Rather than apparel will be always there, but the painting which we are doing, you will keep it for your whole life. So once you buy, obviously second time when you are coming back to us, we have to offer something different. So that's why we are 2022, we will concentrate only on the artifacts part. So that is our plan.
That's great. So Mitali, how has being an entrepreneur affected your family life? You told us when you did your designer course, yes, your children were small, but then later on when you started setting it up, how did it affect your family life?
It's not that much actually, because I try to balance both the thing. Most of the exhibition I generally go in the weekends. Mostly the exhibitions happen in the weekend. So weekdays I generally stay with the children. So that's why somehow I manage. My husband travels, so he traveled, but he tried to help me in the weekend. He tried to stay with the children during the weekend. So sometimes my day started, initial days, my day used to start very early. I used to pack all my stuff wherever I want to send and all that. I have to do it little early. That I managed that 6-7 years. Now I'm little relaxed because kids are grown up now. So I'm getting more time to work on my work.
Right. So if I may ask you, on an average, how many hours do you devote to your work?
Right now, minimum 5 to 6 hours I devote. 5 to 6 hours, like I religiously sit onto my work. So Monday to Friday, even now, sometimes in Saturday also. Sunday I try to not to take any calls from anybody, but my backup team do all those things. But Monday to Friday, I sit on minimum of 6 hours. That is a thing. But maybe in a it's not that I sit in a continuous manner. Maybe at a stretch I don't sit, but I have to work for 6 hours. Otherwise, you have now it stays. I have to work that much. Otherwise, it will everything will be in vain.
So, what has been your greatest inspiration about this so far?
Inspiration. You mean to say any person who inspired me?
No, or the whole thing that the project that you're taking, and what is the inspiration that yes, I want to do it, I want to grow, I want to take it forward. It keeps you going.
Yeah, I think the art form which earlier when we were a child, we used to see only on the temple wall, and maybe somebody's wall painting it was hanging. Now I can proudly say the art form has come to our household item. It has come to wearable form. So that is the main inspiration to bring the art form into a day-to-day life. And out of which the artisans who are doing this art from a longer time but not getting the recognition, now they are doing it. Like if you go to Dastakar or any kind of exhibition, you will see this kind of product. Earlier they were not doing it, but now when we give them the orders and all, they thought even we do and we will sell. That's a good thing, which we also love, that they are also increased.
They're not forgotten, and the art remains, and
the art remains.
So you have been instrumental to bringing it to a lot of people.
Lots of ladies are doing it. It's not that I cannot say I'm only doing it.
You are one of the person who is also.
So now the team which are doing it for me, when they go to different big exhibition, I'm 100% sure they must be doing these kind of art and they must be selling. But that's a good thing. At least they are branching it out. They want to do something different rather than only the wall painting. So
that's nice. So one of the last questions, Mitali, you've been an entrepreneur. So if you have to say, what are the top 3 skills that an entrepreneur should have to become successful? If somebody started, I'm asking you this because there are a lot of learners on our platform who are aspiring to become entrepreneurs. So it will help.
First of all, it is you have to have a risk-taking ability. There is a risk because you are plunging into something which is totally new for you also and for others also, because that is the first thing. You have to have a risk-taking ability. Second one is you have to be little creative in your thinking part. You have to, every month we sit and we think what new can be done. That thinking part, you have to keep 4 or 5 days of a month to think, to do something new. Otherwise, people will not come, because so many people are in the online business right now. You have to compete with mass production people. You have lots of, it's not that I'm only doing. In the Bhubaneswar, you will find lots of entrepreneurs are doing the same thing. And the third will be the customer satisfaction. So that is the main thing in the online business. So
well, thank you very much, Mitali, for all those wonderful experiences that you shared of your journey and the tips that you gave us.